papa yi
yenemo ye adwuma yenemo te asetena pa ana meboa
no kwa
na no mo sister station kokomle BBC BBC Joy sa fake story na meba sa fake excavator story no mo ye me se wo hana meka no na me se osoma no me so wa meba unso I know you see meba yes sinto let me tell you this said the to die betena ha
no problem
ye kasa ya no pa mo me twesan no nke so mo ye documentary
what happened
you see yeah aban we buy no this galamsey issue e guso e discussing any e ka say if you neko no gal excavator bi e beba no ye mane nko form say de be ya ye hu na chi akwan ye buy na e biguso banko for export be braba so what I say na ye de ni nyina kogu fa akona port ho be bi egu na hokra den eye ma abroso na ministry ni make decisions say how dey ayenko pack bi wo baby say de be ya port ho be free because now excavator bi ani ho a hokra de aba ya ma clearance be ma de aba but de na abade da na some measures in Shase no, they should be where a bit regulated. Na kokani panensa.
There be all kinds.
Ekodru wa na munuanom joy for who said omo twi excavator no komo so omo discover omanya news. You see, they are friends. Said never said they no ye namfo. Omo so ye namfo. E to da we journalist ah. Yes say who ye first person to break the news make you more credible. You see how embarrassed Omaye this week. The story a fake and the presenter who presented the story is a fake
David your
reputation is more powerful than the government of Ghana. What
yemuru esinto
unim bibi mumuru sintoso
yemuru so
ba mo adwuma na moye ne nsentwerefo mo adwuma moye ne den bo saa ne ma me nsa na da bia motaka no
see we ho se be mo sua
mo educate education meba the education
inform
metiase who educate inform a whole platform
so what it means is that
what fake information
meaning
they were informing Ghanaians with it
were they educating you are a politician
yes you are a journalist
you are a politician
you are also a journalist
who said
na me so nim said them kasa dada o ma me said them kasa na me kanu nti dem pese me kire ni say na there was a beji note free joy. So what are you telling me say mamuchim and I'm say let me tell you this Omanhene when question anka obusama na when you landed
you're thinking that joy who say you move adf your port at a certain time or more suspicious about it they cannot
now you're suspicious of my fake news
the
news ni fake and I tell say me ba Omanhene let me flow me say how me respond me call my sister station na maka say makoka mo ase and I'm say tie me ba baby na person o say ye ko fa ne ma na senka e wo say e bebo mo amane in what capacity
idea of public interest patriotism
ya say excavator or port ira
wadaruma
ya ka say bi ira me ba ene me no na ye show no kwaku bebam ya ka tell say excavator ira kwame bebam ya ka say bi ira
then
the whole journalist can sit now on news beat like
but my missus should do
hey Omanhene and the fans we fa and
the control
and they all can make sure say also nya so control him because my verse or that story no pa ya ne mo aye nam for mo betena se na mo so original say mo ntrase nka news na mo di intro enti mo mpa konwa so tena ho no
don't go there
jai me dem aka wo so jai
say hey binia no you free
yeah by okrum kwa ye nya me dey aye jai asem mutimi ko fa asem na ko
Monica se me jo on my idea min kasa mi se on my idea min kasa
sa asem katos no
me ba afei na me hu se se yesi etua onyonko hu a etua eduom se ya pa o kromwa ne ye militial in the heart of the city
Okroma.
Lead advocate. Lead advocate.
Station man, militia in the heart of the
Joy FM.
And then you fake.
Now, I'm family. The
kind of narcissist. I didn't know who can be a
so I read it. You know, the Eric
Eric Weminia. No better now. Koye Sukra. Send for ebo. Sami Jenfi to. Say almost say enka onuna. I disagreed with it, but you should be the last person.
So be criticizing.
Yes, because sometimes no, obi go tell radio so. I can say Unyaya. Na kufuado. Afa plane. Na wa crash it. Na wa shikwa ye the body.
Why
you here? You were here in this country. When one sambia for whom one kasa now the demonstration in movie. Na one two sanyo no one cash yan for whom and nedie. Track no air conwa. Omo report here.
So trucks are moving from the port.
Yes.
His Excellency Abeya Norma just said there was a gap in terms of communication. Toboase. Toboase.
Can it be said young canon? There's one gap. O man cannot create.
Matias say no man moving
Toma. Minimum.
Eric, now we are here somewhere. Minim the oil no. Eric, now we say. Okay, my main kratan can make my main kratan. Good. Kratan say you move excavators. Echo emiabia ye nim baby echo Eric that's how and
I'm saying me bow I'm not something now is it damage control I'm so much contract so money
oh Debbie who is it who can't say man any in a so prepare
story ni
okay Eric here so by Eric there say they are yen say who send excavators in Freeport Akwa na nim bia echo until president media of public interest oni
was ya dey let
public announcement that say we gap for the
and I'm say
but say we gap for the
was say Kebrem letter say cars be load excavator
what about Agyei say no who excavators be nam kwama onye worried na of course
na on excavator na be nam kwan so are worried
with the current situation
na ewo no those in charge at the measures aba nti omo na finding out to say aban no measures or dey go am excavators na saying
so excavators the excavators they were illegal mining communum all of Agyei what has changed BBC didn't such like a saber
inshallah the BBC
ye we en come on me giri say every next week we nya bre no aba studio na me di come na ukoi na me busa say na no da teni anti wase na e wa Akwatia nkomo akobo yi
Akwatia eno dia na wo asemo no matete sa be minim asema wo ho a nti ni nya no MPP before wo mo twe mesere nya abasa no
na di omo kan say na baby alaji edu wa manyo se motimi kwaka se ono nya tumi se nko no e mampanyi a anka se manto amano wo Akwatia by election mu dia e de mo aka se mo jejerejo ene de mo pede se na mosaka jo mo jiri se aka sari mu rem
kwabren se pesia kan okura kire ya ho a mo me kan okura ya pesia de ya ho ne ko fa textbook democracy ayen kan textbook democracy nti mo twa MPP by the constituency a nye kwa bia ho by akwan baby nti ze ya me kan we first of all no me se bia o mampanyina me so me nyo mampanyina ena me ka se to mampanyina di wa mo a ti so mo ka kan pese ya flag bearer for NDC na after president what meeting room. So it won't happen. Me president ya. Na me president chira. we in Canasa says as a bien ho.
It is Casa Bien ho, in Nada and Ayada.
Yeah, there who get fans for what we see squad that best 100. 2026. Now, me pay school be a constituency. Now, opposition also park on constituency. Chief, we constituency as a 9 year cano parliamentary elections in Akwatia no.
This said me too a large Collins down. Member school then be a swap pebian, me bossing in the yes, I want to media memos.
And not man war and son will be wrong. Now, what conscience man, a conscience for Busana say. Ah, your quay can't bear near bay. As someone will catch a conscience for the family himself in Yabam. Yet to about the party and win. No position there every day. For no, someone will catch on. MPP, I work opposition PBR or Catano constituency, and I did justify 70 million BBA. And I'm going to say dead there, 1 million there. So, a textbook, no credit one.
Did you practice in yet? Or anybody did the Papatia say democracy?
Not really. Not really, sir. You were near maybe a whole more. Won't even far or Henneban Papa, but I dare you cooperate here. Kumasi, Accra Kumasi Road. Accra Kumasi Road. And your Henneban and Papa Jassam. I buy an agency will be see airport. Your Henneban and Papa Jassa. Baby. Akwatia. Town was Akwatia town was ready at here. Mr. Crum town was a senior. Indian echo play. One advantage any young. Mimiko Palm advantage chain in your opposition. Nakwabra Honorable Siama MP for Formula. And now second deputy speaker of parliament. Formula 2020 and 2016. Oko independent. Nana Kufuado Okoye rally. MPP candidate no. The few constituencies Okoye never ding or Mampenyin Koye. Okoye no. Move from tips na mumbo. Also an independent candidate behind Nedjuma. Independent people only in Nedjuma.
Because we need almost says only enough for the year.
Omanpenina, you do a man, I send a son, a Casa, Ghana, food in Anu, Name quality, I'm going to am much Miss Baza. Some Nasa.
It is a Mampenya Canenya, now member of parliament with the experience and exposure so for the Mampenya Canazo.
I mean, but Mama examples may say, yes, Siadaya, Name Quaco Pribia, no advantage chain MPP. And they are Twaba, and now, 2024. So now, Yina will be a Tulaba, you know, your Tuma NS, no him say, or Tuma NS. Now the campaigns are Motuma and Montoma, Dr. Baumia. And then this candidate and campaigns are Motuma Montoma president, and I better meet him in Punjaba. This message is clear everywhere. And now, you're 2 years, 2024 years, 2 now boom. Presidential parliamentary na ya tondako. And you're 2 years. President Mama be president. And NS abe MP And no Obani Busan Bibia or so when say me party near Bam. And Name as a friend. And opportunity about saying some quarter for. And think I share on the casa or catch a conscience for there. What person chess I say, what Bama MP now tuma your your man penina. What you mean punch ba? A chance say obeto na parliamentary and na MP no the president anyhow. The kasa na se chire and one pepe na mso ko re hash no.
Alaji medase Dominic say oh ya ama no boshe bi say next week no obenya brebi na oni abedi o man ho komo abo man no bra nti ye je di say ebie mu dawa obeba no abetena ya feel ye hu wache
inshallah
abna pokura say hu wache oso hu wache ye pa nti ye bompa say na sugu beba na ya bedi komo from A to Z
inshallah
eradinka ho Alaji Collins Dauda, your committee chairman, Lands and Natural Resources, so member of Parliament, Esutifi South, and in the natural Abana. No, hits FM4 or more drive time. Who's the Penasma man, Bruce? Your friends are a very smooth guy. Oh, hits drive time. Mercury Quay.
Oh, okay.
Or you smooth. Only the only program. No, you're
football. My couple football by just say.
I was here enti ensem no and I twa gu no. De bia e hanom ne catch them say Omanhene Asante a hypocrite. Or one of the hypocrites journalists and confront ase. You can't confront ase. And them one kasa mo and them one kasa mudi moni hu. Mo how Omanhene Asante usi operate. Sometimes sanko forward etimi kwaji sika sanko forward eji sika sebie buru sebie nyado na oma betina TV so oma betina radio so no mu play jandam no mu kansema yewom didie nimi na edifra na yenko ti dwomboadu former general secretary edi man pipi amanyuko no ono so de nsem bia todwa na wotie dwomboadu nsem oka things are going lose track and there is no way am pipi for bemana be chairman because dwomboadu wo secretary kra no saying na UCD no na eno person ye national chairman of the party eno de nka me meka se nka omuma wuntumi kra enye den any party denim and so omuma wuntumi enye national chairman yenti ense ni bi yakoba yebeto aso hanom area number 1 authentic platform meso say abra conversation e koso no na do commentator na wa like na wa share na wa subscribe to the channel no fully latest update. Oh yes sir, anytime be upload new video no onso ubenya chefa wo na wetimi ayede na wetimi ahwe video no fefefe ama bibi etimi ato na akwan so yenko na yenti ensema tepi former general secretary edema MPP amanyuko ura dwomboadu ensema de tu dwa yekobe beto so
majo
mejo so na mo hot sen
nya media afem na no ma ekosen yo
niema de se wa onim se niema ye be kan bebre kire Ghana for towards 2024 elections say ye the 24-hour economy eba anti juma tizika wo hoi mo juma upon anobi aba upon anobi aba program ba ko na o anti juma ba ko ni pa miensa ebe ye na ni nyina no na nke betumi ayeye abra nka program ankasa wo o hwe a NDC for by sa no money program bia ya yesika e no mo dey call develop program ogo yi fairness aguzitano gomika sa project ye wan kasa wo eno na ye wo major because NDC campaign ye omo program na na say eno ani 24-hour economy result ya so nti no such a major program we expect say nkomeba no na nkoma ye ready said ye ka say ye free SHS no ye buy ya the following academic year na no and because they cra document no ya be use Ghana sika
dan Ghana sika say mransa na
answer ye project no because idea na ya dream who ye pa o hwe de ekoya because almost 24-hour economy sebe yipa dia na was say because I say almost kasa na almost say 24-hour economy what about join this obey first of all initial no almost say a program for everybody later almost say a voluntary na what about join this obey no enyumre about it to
Kani
abo so Kani abo in so na egusu kwa na ekwe na se Kani abo no e kosoro hwan no say obey 24-hour economy na Kani abo no e kosoro no obekoso aye. As for and clearly you can see from a lot of the things that they said. Oh, yeah, bad power. NDC over the years. Yeah, per party omu ye galamsey pa NDC for. 107.3 party omu ye galamsey pa. Because towards 2008 at a Mills the campaign. No call takwa ho baby. Also no ba power. That's a gold. Ewo castle those are not castle there. Ewo castle wa obemo mo betu.
Castle no betu tu.
Obemo mo betu.
Wow. Later Tamels.
Inti ye ba ya. Ye say ye try say the air kono. Ya nhwe ya. Ebedu baby no. Ebedu baby river pra den su nyira dry up. Near the measures started to buy. And no they create impression say. Ujiri said those times NDC for no shed down kohunu just to create an impression say.
Insu na say.
Insu no essay. No.
Wow.
But you NDC for. Omu ko baby ya galanse na. Omu ka kire omu say omu ba omu ma omu ye. Is omu ba outsider. Some back grow say creating impression say the galamsey no omo pekra. Now a lot of people were deceived. Civil society organizations. What to be that say Kotuaba 2 weeks to elections. Now Closac any 2 UCC omo ko strike because Abino and declare state of emergency. Closac TUC.
Even in September 11th, 2024, GJ for Babontin so declare, Mampain and Adun declare state of emergency.
TUC. Clock sack. 2 weeks to elections. Creating an impression, say, yen the paboni phobi. And I had it to obey. As part of the program, say, community mining. Creating concessions for the youth because in premier brain ya ka galamsey no nko for fi baby for and omo say other people asase.
Yeah.
So why don't you do it for the community? Na community for no
responsible mining. Yeah.
And no you go training kwara Watakwa School of Mines. And this is for so monti ase gidi. Omo ba ya community mining no mutu no din foforo na omo ko obuase ako relaunch senka enye hypocrisy nko mane bu ama mutala mu nko mu wuye if they were honest and truthful nka si so mane bu ama mu wuye nko mu tiase. Because there wouldn't be any need for relaunch of community mining. And one saying Kaiba Koswaye. It was a Udi Bonia. Boni who won soon so.
The Bible, but me, Bible no so was a Bonia Katria you.
Shamrantia go for a pilot to be up in school. She'll be a dinner bonnie and this year the boneno. No beer, no yen a juma. Onumo she hunzu zazo onumo akonya aso mane bo amam de omane oma na di ntro no you understand enti senkanye se omo anka no kre ina omo jitu mu se ade no a national issue enti yenso ye beboa na ekwan be fa so a ye nyina be so ano no ye tumi aso ano omo ye ya nka 8 ye ko wu ye nka 8 bia nko wu so na be kire no nka 8 bia anko wu afe na joma ma hu se galamsey issue no enye event a process afe na NDC for no ka kire yen there was a statement here and say ka say eno go ka bi
yeah
say nipa be say 4 million and o galamsey afe na 4 million abem it is a yeah na ya anhwe alternative amo a ebema idle hands finds different work to do which can be anything afe na ohu
aso omo nyusu solutions ho nyina
na that time I almost say any state of emergency na use solutions ni nyina wi that time I know almost say omo gira ya konso gidi say declare state of emergency no na ya exhaust available processes nyina 107.3 so itu eduponia ebikawa
could it be establishment of gold board in tia ama illegal mining ni ekoso sana
o senior the thing say the real problem no I will say a depoliticizing na because insurance say rules and regulations are ye dey mining no EPA Minerals Commission ninyama assembly no ni nyina be ka bom they sure say omo ye responsible mining
with effective monitoring
supervision and sanctions 107.3 you gbemu ha anabisu ukochi excavators as a 40 and 53 as a day adiche na katre and as we speak now nobody knows 43 ni be dey call eh the waka kire yemponi o what about others are yenim so nti ade na ye no enye blue water sa niema na amode ye job for the boys no blue water this sa niema dey there eno dey be den
Uncle Jabi who see adruba bi say declare state of emergency
for me I don't think say because the obampeni ekanra or say be declare state of emergency Sibio Hono Russia already declared state of emergency or Ghana Hajina. Because the mining areas cover almost all areas.
But Nyandisi for Yasona, Akosumu dam spillage. Sang voters ka crabby and so form. We almost can't say MPP declare state of emergency.
Say there who say Nipano on fire dream papa de and the me ya say eventually in comfort Omanibuama, Nima me did the backrope. Ni mama di ne bakrope and because of intro ene niema emfa kwanu ade a wo criticize unua no unu say de unua na ye ne ye chese ye koto aba wa Akwatia yi ya min ko gina ha ko ka say Jomama security for na aba eboa no onja ngum no krani omu jai gumu Momo yedi omo pa just because of our power. So it when in Yama omo de kai creating pressure say new patriotic party na say and it's all got to about mom.
But Uncle Jabi na MPP were communicators. Uncle meet Mama Ghana for who no creno. Make I brand now general secretary my MPP. Sans him who we your NDC phone to be new chroma. And then an atosini say communicators need to be ma out. Now want to be defended, no want to be Magana for who say John Draman Mama NDC for among Yaba and Papa and Trono Mudichre Ghana for.
Yes, so can I say Udika. But do baby swa. I think there was sank as a son yamem war your communication. Do baby no that spirited energy. Now your communicators ni here to rebuff misinformation, no. I'm saying that will form kakra.
Okay.
Because any former, a day in a NDC for run a campaign, only message be so no more. Now form, we could have held them to strict proof. So we see 24-hour economy. Then 24-hour economy no. Ubeye ni saying ebe cost ya hin. Since as we speak now, nobody know the cost.
Yeah.
Ebe cost ya hin. Effect ben ena ye benya. But man come kind of wow no mo de koye. Omo kind of wow. Ena mo koye. Share economy. Wa munim. They see we are safe na nyina. American dollar effect. Well, we are suffering because of Trump. All of a sudden, Sikano, I hold this so ati. And then I am there. Say President Mama who say the mere fact says Sika na hold no dollar na hold so ati against the city no does not make it positive or negative. Because, for instance, assuming say you are into real estate or Ghana. Now dying before Sikano esobeteno. Now we talk 15 cedis to $1. In total, dying $200,000 cra $3 million.
Yeah.
A too bad 10 cedis.
Value no best sa.
Sa dying no. Sa dying $2 million. What about who cut $3 million dada? The people in that sector no. A cat no movable. Omo ye exports because adiano or the sika ne beto e dia produce niema buono so eson tete ye wo export so o sika beba e kakra bi. You understand? Omo gain pay ye omo ye imports eno kra no because of the artificial nature of the currency nintino. Omo pesikano kra akoto omo niema omo sanka
abuchi yo
iti faso ben ena ye nya wo ho ye kano governor of Bank of Ghana because who say reserve ye jaye over $9 billion no and no omo di trade e matikano yesa
omo ko yi reserve no e de be subsidy na
say e be subsidy na say. Wow. Or deny flatly.
Shani's mom is Uncle JB economist. Yeah.
Mr. Or deny flatly. Say they are not doing that. Enra President Dankasa Eyinama. President say no krenana sa na ye.
Yes, support it no.
Sisi adie ye jai. Currency management no. Also share so mine no ehin na wu jida. We import export relationship no at the same. Above from Bebrea, the net effect no a positive and I say a negative. Why yes sir? Now we are artificial said the who ya a beba from sir, but yen Ghana for no
the best of
home emphasis. And that is what is clearly being seen because we share petroleum products and our share determination of electricity costs and our water cost. Foreign exchange component plays a major role. And apart from foreign exchange components, Omanhene we use nyina are imported. It assume say sikano enya artificial and the natural consequences of the interplay of demand and supply of the currency. In Kadientina, yes, utility providing companies, almost increment ever. We should have seen the pass-through effect.
Yeah.
Should have ensured, say, electricity cost
reduction.
Yeah. But en kosoro kekeo 220% no propose an increment. 220%. So it may be a one, and I think that the solution, the end is very soon because of projects I need to know. The effects, after by next year, middle of next year, after also on kasa omude omu program, but I want Ghana for who say sebi. Ya turn your color TV.
Akoto black and white.
Akoto black and white.
Right. Uncle, Jinaso kakra bi mami afenu abeke ho a. Ya no John Bodu incoming national chairman MPP. Uncle JB. and I do na friend no na me ba say you going to meet Uncle JB na me say of course I'm meeting Uncle JB me ba jo high asase pa 107.3 asase 98.5 wo Kumasi asase 99.7 wo Tamale asase 100.3 wo Cape Coast Mining City Radio 89.5 wo Takwa Afiema Radio 103.3 wo Kofodua eho nyina otie nkai mo adwo ye mo Akwaba. As an economist obi say first quarter of 2025 na yesi de no ahoden second quarter of 2025 na yesi de no ahoden wa me ate ase na anwumre say na ye forest no sika ye de sie baabi na bi wo gine kofa bi de begina seed no achi the ordinary Ghanaian on the street is na ya ye sika ye de sie baabi na ye sika wo ye kuroma ahoden kofom ni ye koyi ni ye de begina sika no achi me sika ye currency no enya ahoden a boni ben the womb as economist.
Inka boni crying him. But how are you going to sustain that? A year in Anka a sika a year reserve. Normally a friend import cover no. And by the balance of the economy no, a be ever can and Anka a DB yes any problem. But the money a problem in the first place in Trona or Moody no. And we have major problem. Because Sikano would the reserve and the air balancing to what extent are you going to sustain that?
Because we artificial.
Because artificial idea. If I do baby no, because import cover no, and yet just for the management of the forex. Never be brave or higher day. It is our priority. Ekoye so be use they maintain the strength of the currency. Other Niema, I was say the import cover na year no. Untumi enyam fanye. At rencham be basis here, will be found wanting. So they make no. Until yes, a decision also take it, but also take a decision no in a manner who to me a sustain this our decision no. And this how they all decide. They say, sabi. I say, Akwatia, and I know so you. Onim so chati. Yes, onim so chati. So, baby, you don't know that for. What the a major problem, a major problem, and to determine this, no, no, a buying a shese, ye export and import, no, there in a balance, the boy.
Okay,
so it is economic management.
Okay, so economic management, Uncle, Yamfani say Ghana for Enwomo, Ghana for Yanuya. Say Yama MPP and Twaso. Schoolers, school and this government, school John Dramani Mahama, BOG, Dana Banes away, and Kenyan Yabetromo, Bomabon, Faniso Mabon, and Tichiromo, then Yabeya, Sidin Benya Hodia, any artificial way as an economist.
I said, the attendant said, who said Sidino Ababa Foba? And I think yesterday, John Mama acknowledged it. Say Sidino eba forms artificial now. We share remittances. That is Ghana for our wabruchia. Money sika no. Money sika say yemfa nye djuma wa ha mo. Nti first money $100,000 ejuma betumi aye 1.5 million Ghana cedis worth of ejuma. And all the $100,000 bar etumi ye 1.1 ejuma. Sano obe kipu ni sika. Nti remittances within this short time reduced by 50%. Remittances and also na bar to shore up the currency. So na me channel. I think say yes, having realized it omojai interference say no credit because he say I mean who they making edi. Say me your mama dio. Because your mama will make a statement say politics there. What we didn't throw kakra no aka no kre kakra. Into no kre minim say this time we there. E no kre and anya no kre. Because governor they say they don't interfere. Your mama say they interfere. This here by anything. And no create credibility problems for the government. And the effect, influences speculation. 107.3. Obi person didn't see about or chance mean check a 3 months, 4 months, and also
investor confidence to
ever form. So never change. And I believe say some put two art together. Now the year can they be no 1D1FI de ebaye no was to also help now your reliance on imports no enkoye bebre. I don't know to what extent they want to do that. I'm saying
but on 1D1.
Yes, because we shall towards 2024 quarter ho baby. Omanhene was saying more waivers nyina for 1D1. And this is what yeah. It's in many of these programs, you know, about standstill. Because some waivers, you know, they can reduce almost costs, no more year way now, almost to compete fairly with other competitors from outside. It's a major issue, I believe. Say, almost to me and say, and Shani, now propaganda say, I better baby no, who say, Bejinsem. Ebedu baby no bon say. As for managing the economy there, you can lie. As we speak now, contractors say di omoka, that's so di omoka. Major projects are was buying ye almost so home. They could do some major projects. Because so near Satia, they said the omoka big pushy. A started coso, normal started to contractors car, a honey be who your real size as a country. And it is being seen clearly. Share a friend say intake to training colleges now. Carton by half.
I will forbid him class BC cry. I'm saying, Cranibu resource on cry. Ya in a BC.
Carton by half. Just because Omunhene entry allowances no. Omunhene entry allowances no. They are even contemplating say free SHS, no, because AD Sikamo. Now there's no alternative to educating your own people. And no na Eddie said the President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, right from 2017, yes, sustaining to say ifi abemo. And then no Nkwara school feed the other problem. Say no mo can say adiketwa. Say President Mama no jira platform so you be my headmasters akọ say momoni anomu na dwomo to.
Ya discover.
Ya de bo scam.
Say ni fie nkrama aduane kro mu di no kra papa chen.
Sisi ano abeto. Nti akọ obefa so a we resolve our problem no. A major problem for us. Na hunsun sanso no ye ma omko school no. Iti for us I think say for the New Patriotic Party, we only have to put our act together. We only have to strengthen our communicators and get sharp communicators. Say I am Kokra one day those times that you dry and answer. That no me who Akwatia see a friend. Back we also a professor, son on your professor, computers. Now, onu
deputy IT.
Onu Janenum. Oja TV su Janenum na ye strategy. Now say akomko. Akomko. Na who ye jinemu run your party ya who na wherever. That's it there. Omanu abu wunti me to me kana say baby. I said why ye bibiama. We ye in 2016. We were the only political party in the world. Not only in Ghana, in the world. You to be true about record time. It will be a results. And it didn't come by chance. Say New Patriotic Party, that's all.
Yeah.
I didn't to be in CCR.
Ya beba ho, ya be di party nkomo. Afa quickly ma yenko me ba chafin we kan ho a. Ye ne Owura John Boadu incoming national chairman MPP. Ena edi nkomo ene enwumre dudu na afre no adwen kese uhia na afre ne sa fans of pepper no minim se wabolu man obeji sa adwen kese ne fie de I go say adwen kese ne yaduma
ajeli de se Yakobon ti
I go quickly yan hwe machi a ekoso okroma recently bono chairman abronye ye kochi no na wo hwe Black Maria enye car de fa ordinary person a why bone car bi am robbers bi nom enkrofo bi nom a on person mutu amba ban ni gu sankrofo ne de gu car but me nye security person saka no ena ye de fa no enye ono nko a ya cheche tiktokers bi nom omo social media ye no ma bi enra kra de mampanyin John Trama
anameba na I started wa bro nyam so ukaya former finance minister fie dano nyame adom no ni fi a japai edi nkofo enim ena
omo invade fio yeah
invade fio ekretu anajo political opponents minjini say correct. And no, I didn't want to do baby. I do because this is a brother, dear. Okay, what can baby? Dear, no, okay. Since as we speak now, cry. You're doing chair at the crop pot. Okay, yachino.
Say yeah,
because yachi, say Obama, fancy comedy, and the yira. I'm a call honor. Then besides, it's there now, my. Almost signal bureau. They've gone through almost Facebook accounts, almost X accounts, almost TikTok accounts. And I knew my trophy that you know printing in out. And no normal they develop almost case against them. It's around your day. Meaning what it is really. But the United States say one of his programs no can be about IGP.
Yeah.
Na sebi. Se insure tire pronchenia oje war. Ebe denti na also oje war. Ye wo mamu ha. Ena on video first vice chairman of the NDC. Eshia third vice chairman of the MPP. Where you going journey where that go many John him say we share ni nia omu didn't come
so far zoka
na fe what started did that time say can you say a third vice chairman obu no ho a ka hwe ade be ne besi adun sakra question ne hwenem emba wo in the presence of the police emma oko wasan suma wakwala emma na kopai na sum Yeto abai na watwitwemu. Apart from that, or say or share a friend is a minority leader. Na kokoto na. Nke be by election. E won the constituency. You can say be by election. That is obewu. And no na bronye agent so say. You want IGP or IGP by nyina na say or IGP ma NDC. And the Kasa no console, nobody entertains Sa Kasa because it doesn't help anybody. And man, the substance, the concrete issues now we're raising, you know. Since how much they are no mom and Abe Bata. Now, who IGP, you see a Didi Watamaya. Now, they are threatening, no. Say, Bekuno, no. I know they are how as a peace officer. I know how. Say you want me ha. Now yeah, just a runoff. 19 constituencies, 19 polling stations. And no cry. And yes, see at the highest level, and sometimes it be someone who say new patriotic party day. Say you to a baby more than 7 months. Now you can over and over again say I got 3 polling stations I be determine results, you know. Emma deputy commissioner Aqua Parliament Aqua Kawo Hose a reround is out of the question and that they are waiting for just 3 polling stations. Then all of a sudden now electoral commission U10 as to how they were able to determine the 19 police stations. So, as to how they managed to determine the 19 police stations. No, because in determination of the 19 police stations, no, 3 police stations are near your record. No, Bakune and Kahon. Bakune and Kahon. It is the Omukoye, no, Senka Hawa Kumsi, or Wuya, go woo, electoral commission for 3 so. Electoral commission for any Ghana police, they couldn't provide the electoral commission the needed security to collect just 3 police stations. Now, Omemuha, Obabesia, Oye former minister of state, former member of parliament, about 3 or 4 times member of parliament. Now, in the full glare, in the presence of the police, Obi, etumi ato no ho.
Chama.
What to me ato no ho to say aeroplane. Akopim obabo. Mahawa kusi abe perform. Obabesia omo didn't pambro in the presence of the police. In the presence of the police. Now, President, untumi mbo wa ho. Besine. Dawa kumsi. So no so te sa oyiri ya. You can imagine say, bibi da kayeye. Na President, oyiri baby. Na MPP 4. Ebe ye de sa nke be ye ode na ade na ni pa bone for sa. Why are we so wicked like this? Why? So ba we to me see ya bono fufram na ye wo IGP e wo memu ha na ebe de na asoka onye de oye because ye no ya kwachichi ya mo ye anu no asa so we cross akọ basintela mo ho mo bo na baso omo ma na wo say you flying then award na say you fun the wo na say you fun kro no we gu you fun has been consistent in trying to support Nkofua arbitrary arrest Omunitino. You want to intimidate him? 107.3. Now say Omemuha. Your security services. You see, sometimes if you talk to some of the police people behind us, they feel very embarrassed.
Why, Uncle?
Because any sign you training homo. Enye sa na ye chire o ma de
nto mo feel say ya sure
mo feel say ye sure mo this current leadership no de ye ma omo ye e dey say because do baby and have a police citizens relationship no na improve pa because if you don't have that, if you don't have citizens supporting the police omo to combat crime na relationship no akonanim since your police ni cry na have obu yefu. And some of them are embarrassed. Because I me a nice person. Until stop be a walk cry be a minimum. Sometimes to me, they feel very embarrassed. Now IGP went to Yashi Amawasi. I'm not doing one in coffee.
I don't cry line Sam said December ya
I'm not doing one in coffee. Na ye hu IGP so Ghana how 107.3 Peter Namfuri ye hu no pa member board dampare po na akoye se because so no ne dampare ntemo nya nti ko bo ha ase we ye hu IGP so Ghana the IGP na sabi da chuko fia ye hu a ye be hu se wa be ye adwuma de aboa oman. You understand? For me, and for instance, you want to me this time, the Omanhene say,
Bama bro.
Yachiwa.
You dey be a court me sia.
They said the thing say, yen to me enja yen call for no hosa. Because the Omanhene almost say no, almost the signal bureau.
Ebe tracking
coffee just to intimidate people. Makasa, that is not to say we in the New Patriotic Party and I say me encouraging for say Omanhene enye. I will never do that.
But they have to speak truth to power.
Yeah, I will never do that. Now NDC for unim enjo mama ne hoye me nwanwa. But enye me nwanwa bebre. Because the Subayano party woman was Omukoye muntie 3. You know what they did after all the insults and the threats, the book at ho. The money no. So the NDC people paying for no went and solidarized with them. Now money Ghana ha. Eko Troy vice president Oko Trobi.
Ako Ghana lista ne Mugabe.
Yeah, Omukoye eko mo solidarity. Control some my idea pa. Indeed, the man this who say at the day hacking. 107.3. The man who here. It must say young call for say we are there as a party to support you. Mama ye kasa no mono any dissent. Na message I person carry no. Yen to me and carry message.
Right.
Because me to where I make us all me who am he pa. Go to me. Because someone try some me. Oh, that's how you invite me. National security.
Wow.
There. Say your power no na. Must lock for. Omuko fa cars be buy. Na utia 10%. Na waji na uchi. Inti me name regional secretaries for them. No mo so mo pebi. Nti me ankasa me di misika. Ekotua 10%.
I'm original secretary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, me di misika.
Wow.
Ekotua mo nyina. Me to best 20 cars. Na omo
wow.
Ebi etua, ebi ntua. No ma be invite. Abra mo nim nkofo a Agyei cars.
Wo no bo amo nti.
Me bo amo that say. No mo din so mbenya pepe bi e kire say ma guarantee am omo. Na chese me ma koji car menti aka. Man fa ba akupo nyame adomti. Man fa 1.
And we are there.
No, man fa
regional secretary bi a.
Yeah, omu nyina 16 nyina me de momo. Na the former woman organizer o was to be me man ba ko Bugri first vice chairman for Upper East me man ba ko. Na ye woman bia onu kwa
uncle sa papa ni adoye eto de bia wo gina bible no so say ye nya adoye nka but we ye party for no ya mo obi so say ma nya hwe regional executive pa constituency executive so ma nya hwe ba hwa adoye a wo ye mo mu nyina no wa ma out ameka bi
David adwin ponso amede ye ne say un say na regional secretary sin nyina at least am more cars speakers ni nema but we no was purposely for commercial purpose.
No one
can use
no
na chese so nya bibi in addition to working for the party no omonya business kakra bi aye na chese omo chicha nka and I go for be invite me omo invite thinking say ma churo say me mo office oko and kra no uni say me call master order. There are a lot of institutions I mean call okra. Unim say before 2024 na ECG na Mahama na madam fo nti obey MD no so members are no office unim say na me ka say ECG mo headquarters here alajo sa akwa no
o yira yes
we say we nim say wa and me call I say oh Mr. Boy do not I na so me pay also I MD ni
wa yira ko ha
eti eduma na na ye no ye nya abanti da ye
sacrificial work
ye adwuma in our party Until whom may say, the air cover in there, say, John Boyd, you ever who baby, say, Akwatia contract be never.
You're part in Munyanko. So, and now what you actually know, side dedication, no, sacrificial work, you know, to which with them who are for the other partner, so who is our partner.
And in the management, one of channel, and the leadership on so. Do baby, I'm said, do baby, no, now we're a bit complacent. And for me, I think, say, we lost where we were depending more on money. Because we depending on Sika. Sika betuye biya no. Obi betuya brosa. So, nti me kai me call kumewu by election. Na me share na say we enye dwuma ho. Because I no cry man ko fo bufu. Go bi benye bi obi nye bi.
Obenya kesi a
So, I think say that was the reason why na me dey party school no eba. So say you better see your party for your supporters, you know, of the core values of the party. Because the thing say, Sika here na bet you more beer. Obet to be a sacrifice because some of it sacrifice, you know, go beyond Sika. There was this guy, no was Seshi oh baby Peter Amwa. Towards 2000 elections. Those times NDC for you to abanoma for ballot box. What the Johnny normal say? Peter Amwa ya to abewie NDC for na be for ballot box. And no GT the see tractor so odi no fee so ho e be hwe form. For almost 2 years no. You didn't back Kufuor had those standard and which in agents again. Because Kufuor have a srano to any bills. You winning power or no I enjoy power ni bida. You winning power or enjoy power ni bida.
You protect
beside Juma or yeah, you know. Juma on the channel. But since I nyama asesa kakra. But I want to believe, say, if say you inculcate in our members, that selflessness. And not just say be bad and you say more. Say be no say first na. Yeah party. Na your crap poster. You be your cotton starch. Na ya noa. Na your corny and now. And I dread the bet you know. The posters thing na. And then you cry no. Some of the posters were adhesive into your starch. But some of the panel got tiny poster no. Why you're careful? I'll be poster no with them. I think that we must come back to it and get our people to understand. Say the new patriotic party, no, a party a back
that is when I'm moving good leadership to lead.
Yeah, and yes, sir. Na me Oscar na me. Sa argument na ni how. So it shouldn't be part of it. It oil the machinery. You understand? But the machinery must be there for it to be oiled.
Not because of the money.
Yes. Now, discipline. You see, and I may come, baby, say. And all apologies to GPRTU.
107.3.
GPRTU as an organization. What you say? Should I new organization, Papa? Don't do me GPRTU. Na ya say ato petrol mu nti yente fair so a o se medie mente so ana ya to so a o se mente so omo clear rules and regulations o to me sorry a GPR to omo ko ye election o se me wa gbogbo se me chairman me ko contest national chairman ejeye omo sibi omo ye omo niema fe o to me ko Roma sorry. Na Roma, sorry, na G crucifixion too ma. Ose me dia me sorry member me come adwen. Nti me G crucifixion too. Ano Jesus no enye ne ma me ne Mary. Nso me da so ti sorry nim.
Na na otumi ye dey.
Otumi nya sa. Who joining Roma no? That these were the principles underpinning the organization. And no na boa the organization e cost. Iti obi any why you could find in fear a company chosen by joining new patriotic party. Obi any hosa.
I go on say you over pampa ya jiching crofobia so patum too much.
Because I believe strongly say. Yeah, sometimes you know. Who send that discipline you are numbers na nyina na positive o. Sheba make we be intro. Towards the year 2000, stalwarts of our party, Kakre Samwa, Wayoseni, Ufuriata, even Kwame Mpieni, omu nyina Agyei party no. Kwame also Agyei politics. Kakre Samwa, yeah, koye debate no akoko prezi Atamels.
Yeah, opposition leader.
A firm decision was taken. Say a constitution say yeah we a candidate to her to support any other candidate against our candidate. Straight away, you're forfeiting the membership. Why you saying you Agyei? Until over here now, as a 2000, I say, but I'm not sure say there's discipline in the party, and they did win the elections now. Shayako 2016.
Palafoko ne kwabena.
Shantokwa those times. You to be your meeting po. Meeting steering committee meeting. Sometimes you know. Oh, I don't think that you've heard our side of the story. Minjini se mo tie nyema na yekom nti se sa de no ko so a ka 2016 e wede na win elections no sa de no ko so a untumi ye meeting wo headquarters de bi akoye meeting a ase ye kwa war meeting ka ka sen committee a ye 10 no ase ye kwa war. And na yakobu we wa ha and na yakopra we wa ha we wu ha dey na see form and they buy it. There's no way an organization the Bible we do baby na Israelites na kwa akon the nkofo bebe say 500,000 yakopon say no fa o amini nyina akonom nkonum suo the river bank. Nipa over 100,000. No, you 300 per. These were disciplined people. You cannot have an indisciplined organization and win an elections. How is it possible, say? Guinness Ghana Limited. Uye juma oha. Na semba Guinness. Na ye ma authority to speak on behalf of Guinness.
Na kobokuku.
How is that possible?
Jebi.
And that discipline must come back to the party.
And because national chairman discipline.
Yes, without discipline, yeah? Collation of resource. If you don't have disciplined people, between your resources, and sometimes, you know, yeah, I think that people are getting a lot of things wrong. By elections, for instance, maybe it has outlived its usefulness.
Akwatia by election.
Because it doesn't necessarily alter the balance of power in parliament.
Yeah.
Maybe we can look at it from our constitution. But in answer, no. You go by election. You go by election, say you go winning trial. That is not the essence of by election.
That didn't you go by election.
A political party. Once you talk about 2024, you better talk about Biono 2028. Until you will not have opportunity to test strategy towards the 2028 elections in terms of real practical elections.
The by-election be lead most people.
It's a by-election, but as a political party, no, so who develop a strategy, a what now feel no, ube use and no, yeah, ube the organizers from all the regions, baba, who do secretaries, what zone constituencies, no more the dano. Now strategy, who develop no, why implement ya say about work here now. I can tell you, and people don't know. The reason we won the 2016 elections no, was the talency by elections. Your friend was the talency model. Now you develop a strategy. You call implementing. Even though we lost the elections, we had feedback, practical feedback of implementation in the year. The next one, a year Amenfi West by election. If you honor, the best same call Amenfi West. The year no, now you improve on the talency model no in Amenfi.
All right, so that is it. Into uhe ensema na se utie ensema ura Jombodu eka na chese welusu track na chese Jombodu, in fact welusu track onim di oye onim di okeka what you say onim di okeka. Sometimes ayana MPP for nankasa no bibisa me ho se enti sankofo we no sabi omope Ghana yie bibisa me ho se sankofo we no Kwame Nkrumah de obeye de ma Ghana no enti no omo wo man ho adwumpa se omo nso ebedwen se obi na edi ne nkwa to ho obi na edi ne nkwa gba afode ema eni yenya oman Ghana because ohwe omo ne yomo ye how omo si behave, how omo si yomo nyama fa. Sometimes you begin to ask yourself, are these people real? Are these people real? You begin to ask yourself questions. The kind of analysis be away. Yet Kroma and I would Jombodu MPP for you omu you touching baby. Omu you crown almost sign egu when you must say we in Sadriam, we are drunkard. Eka all sort of things edigu when you must say. And now to reduce a defend you. And then uti reduce a defend this atron. And it is sad. It is really sad. And I feel for the party. I feel for the party. I feel for the party. Because any power